And we are back. Here come the Knicks. It's Hart coming to Champagne. He gets it across the timeline quickly. 15 on the shot clock. He bounce passes it over to Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has Victor on him. He gets it to Brunson, who's covered by Vassell. Now a double team, but they get it back to Towns without a problem. Vassell is on him. Long cross-court pass to OG, who will dribble, stop, step back, shoot, front rim. Not a great shot. It is missed by Hart and dribbles on the ground, and Champagne picks it up. Fox dribbling. He's got Towns on him. Stops, fakes, throws it around to Vassell, who will miss the three. Vic bats the ball, swats it to Castle. Castle knocks it out of bounds. It'll be Knicks ball. Here come the Knicks. Brunson bringing it up against Castle. He gets a pick from Towns, works around it. Now he's covered by Victor. Now he swings around. Victor goes down the lane, splits the defense, loops it around to Hart. Hart around to OG Anunoby, who shoots a three, and he'll hit that. So they'll score first, the Knicks, starting the second half. Castle driving. Alley-oop pass to Vic, or at least a pass to him in the lane. He puts it up and misses. No foul called. He ends up on the floor. At the other end, Spurs strip it, and so they're coming back this way. Up ahead to Castle. He goes over to Vic in the corner, who wants to shoot a three from the corner and splashes it. There was nobody out there. He had stayed behind after being knocked down on the previous. And that three-pointer, I mean, nobody was out there. So he just said, I'm going to hit this right now, and canned it. Nothing but net. Knicks now. Mikal Bridges driving down the lane on Vic, steps back and tries to shoot over him. He can't do that. Air ball rebounded by Vassell. Vassell coming down the other way, gets it to Castle, who goes up against Brunson in the lane. Brunson falls on his back and is successful at drawing the charge. We're going to look at it again. Brunson goes over, gets his feet set. Not really, but the arm bar of Castle, and with his feet planted outside the restricted area, with the team down by 23. Is that right? 27. They're going to give that one to Jalen Brunson. Castle will come out of the game. He has 4 fouls. Stephon Castle has 4 fouls. He's been doing the bulk of the work on Jalen Brunson. So if they're going to come back now, this is the time. 10 minutes and 9 seconds left in the third. The Knicks will inbound Brunson to Bridges. He's covered by Fox. Now by Champagne as they switch coming down. He's at the logo. Now they switch, and KJ is on him, who's out there now. Champagne is on Towns. Towns drives on Champagne, down, tries to get past Vic, and he will fumble the ball out of bounds. It's a turnover. He's saying foul. There's not going to be any foul. Here comes the Spurs. Fox crosses the timeline. He's directing traffic, gets it over to Vassell. Vassell covered by Brunson, goes into the lane at the free throw line, flips it back to Fox, who will dribble down the lane, stop at the free throw line, and shoot and roll in the 10-footer. Here's Hart. He's covered by Champagne. He flips it over to Mikal Bridges. Victor and Towns are wrestling, swatting at each other, patting at each other, and Towns goes down to the ground. Vic pats him on the back like, hey. Towns is crouching, has his hands on the floor. Something happened. He was injured somehow. They're showing it now. He and Vic are oh, that's a flop, dude. That's a blatant flop. He didn't even touch him. Is this a blatant flop? Oh, no, he does. There it is. There's the camera angle. Vic was trying to get his arm around, and his elbow hit him right underneath the jaw and knocked Karl Anthony Towns' head up and backwards. So there was contact there. That was not a flop. Lots of facial grimacing. That's what the Knicks do. But that probably hurt in his teeth and his jaw. 81-52 Spurs. There's 9:27 to play. This will be an official review to consider what happened there and see if it rises to a flagrant. I don't think that's a flagrant. I think it's going to be a common foul. But we'll have to see. 9:27 to play. The Spurs lead by 31 in the third. Karl Anthony Towns waiting for the review of the foul. Looked like incidental contact to me as Victor swung his arm around, but they're trying to decide whether it's a flagrant or not. He did hit him on the jaw. as he was swinging his arm around like that. So, but again, dead ball. How is this fun to watch? That's what I want to know. The NBA has all this hype of celebrity and stars and you know, culture, so called. But how is any of this fun to watch? There's so much stoppage. There's more stoppage than there is game time in a 1 hour of watching this experience. It really is not basketball, it's the NBA. They may be the best players in the world, but the way they're being asked to play under this circumstance, with constant stoppages in play, just makes it unbearable. There's effectively a long time out here, and no one's getting charged. Oh, I guess I could put captions on, couldn't I? I didn't even think of that. This whole time I could have had captions on. Such a genius on the referees things. I mean, they're just showing tons of clips unnecessarily of players pushing each other down. They're showing the Brunson one over and over again. They're showing, you know, in this case, Victor hit him by accident, and he went over to him and said, "My bad," and said, "Hey, sorry, bro," and put his hand on his back. I mean, they're calling it a flagrant one, but it was clearly just a common foul. When it's incidental contact, I think it should be called a common foul, whether it's against the Spurs or for the Spurs. In Victor's case, his body shape and the way he moves his body very quickly and herky-jerky, and he's kind of long and bony. He makes a lot of incidental contact, and he's getting called for it. So he's not getting rewards for being his height. Okay, so he'll make them both, which is great. And the Knicks will inbound. So that was a flagrant 2, I guess. Josh Hart gets it to Brunson. Brunson back to Hart. Hart gets it over to Towns. Towns is covered by KJ now. But Victor's roaming in the lane. They'll get it to Brunson. He'll shoot a 3, and he'll miss. It's not a great shot. Victor will get the rebound. Or it might have been Champagny, then flipped to him. Here comes Fox at the logo. He's covered by OG. He'll dribble fast and go past him. Stop, pull back. Cross gives it to Vassell. Vassell drives down the middle of the lane, passes it over to Vic. Vic shoots it to KJ. KJ goes down the middle of the lane, goes up against everybody, misses, gets his own board twice, and then goes back up against Karl Anthony Towns, ends up on the floor. No foul called. He missed the layup. He twice tried to go up against 3 guys. Now here, coming the other way, they make a pass to the cutting OG Anunoby, who dunks the ball. KJ gets to Champagny, who shoots a 3, and he misses. Here we go. Here comes the run. If there's going to be a run, 8:35. OJ Anunoby up against Vassell. Tries to get in the lane, but Vic is down there. Now they flip it to Bridges. Bridges comes across the lane. Vic is roaming. Now he's on Towns. Jalen will take a 3. He's going to make that. It's 81-59. And the Spurs will call timeout. You see what I mean? It's like, now there's a timeout. So there was a dead ball, official review, 2 free throws, and then 9 seconds of play in which Anunoby got a dunk, Brunson had a 3. So I'm talking about how they control the tempo of the game by the absurdity of this situation, reviews and so on. It has killed the pace of the game. We're going to another commercial. What is the point? It's just not fun to do this. I don't know what to say. Watching this is a drag. I mean, there's so much stoppage of play that calling the game is no longer fun. Watching the game isn't really very fun. So I'm just going to leave this roll, and I'll come back through if the game gets close or something. Still in an ad break, if you can believe it. Okay, we're back. Spurs with the ball. Vassell gets it over to Wembanyama, gets it back to Fox. Fox behind him, dribbling now, carving down the lane. Gets it to Harper. Harper will shoot a three. He's going to miss long. That's rebounded by the Knicks. The Spurs have had 3 empty trips now, and it remains 81-59 with 7:53 to play. Here come the Knicks. Brunson gets his pocket almost picked by KJ. Good defense. He stays with him. He gets into the lane, stops, shoots the fadeaway, misses. Rebounded by Harper. Harper now coming back the other way. He's at the timeline. He flips it to Vic. Vic gets it around to Vassell, back to Victor. Wembanyama now hands it off to Fox. Fox dribbling at the logo. He gets a pick from Vic, goes around it, then bounce passes or tries to. It's intercepted by Brunson. Vic wasn't ready for it. That's 4 straight empty trips. Victor kicks the ball on the other end, and that'll be a dead ball. 4 straight empty trips for the Spurs, and they're letting them back in this thing with 7:25 to play in the third quarter. There is reason to be concerned. The Spurs have blown 20-point leads and 18-point leads in the playoffs against Minnesota and against Oklahoma City. So there is, I think, cause for concern. The Knicks inbound. It's Bridges to Towns. Towns spins on KJ, goes up strong against him, but misses. Good defense by KJ. No foul. Vic gets the rebound. Vic coming back the other way, crosses, dribbling the timeline, passes it. No, stays with it. Flips it to Harper. Harper covered by Brunson. Brunson goes through the Vic pick, flips it over to Vassell. Vassell will shoot over Anunoby, not get a call, front rim it. That's another empty trip. 5 straight empty trips. And OG Anunoby will take a 3, and he's going to make that. You might have to call another timeout because this is just ridiculous. Five straight empty trips, and the Knicks are on a 10-0 run here with 6 minutes and 45 seconds left in the quarter. Here come the Spurs. Fox will pick it up at the logo, so the clock starts there. He gets a pick from Vic, rolls around to the left, gets it to KJ. He'll shoot a 3. Ill-advised, terrible shot. KJ! Terrible, stupid shot by KJ there with 20 on the shot clock. Shoots a corner 3 contested and bricks it. Here come the Knicks. Anunoby covered. He gets it to Mikal Bridges, who will drive down the lane, covered by KJ. Take a shot over him. He'll miss. Rebounded by Vassell. He tries to get ahead to Fox, but Hart gets in the way. Then Fox gets it back. Then over to Harper. Harper to Vic. Vic back to Harper. Harper to dribble now. He's got Brunson. No, now it's OG on Harper. He stumbles and loses the ball. Picks it up, gets it to Fox. 8 on the shot clock. Fox dribbling. 6 on the shot clock. 5. Fox against Hart. Step back 3. Short. Not even close. Rubbed off the front rim. Missed by Fox. That's 6 straight empty trips for the Spurs. 81-62. Jalen Brunson with Vic on him. He dribbles. Boy, he's putting on a handles clinic, but Vic does not get fooled. Now OG Anunoby on a moving screen they don't call, shoves him down the lane. They get it out to Hart, who will drift across the lane and into the corner for Bridges for 3. He is long, but there's a foul on the floor, and it's probably going to be against, you guessed it. Well, let's see who it's against. My guess is that's a foul on KJ. On the rebound. Spurs are shitting the bed, is the phrase we use for what they're doing right now. Luke Cornett will enter the game for Victor Wembanyama. And the lead has been carved back to 19. Knicks to inbound. They'll get it to Hart, who will shoot a wide open 3 and can it. 5:26 to play. The Spurs have allowed a 13-0 run in the last 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Here comes Harper. He gets a pick from Castle. They switch, so now Alvarado's on him. He drives all the way down the lane, tries to make a pass to Luke Cornett, but fumbles it. That's a turnover on Dylan Harper. The Knicks are coming back the other way. They'll get it into the corner to Shamet. Shamet will miss a 3. Luke will try to get it. There's a foul on the floor. I think it's going to be on Hart, who's lying on the ground. But I'm not sure. It's Knicks' ball. So I guess it was on Luke. Crowd all yelling, chanting, "Let's go, Knicks." It's a 26-point game. No, it's a 16-point game. Brunson now with 5 minutes on the clock, covered by Champagny, directing traffic, sending Shamet away. Here comes Hart, sets a pick. Then he gets the ball. Now he's covered by Dylan Harper. He stops it. He shoots a 3. That's Alvarado, actually. That was a terrible shot. Air ball, didn't touch anything. Rebounded by the Spurs. Here they come. Here's Castle. Spurs have not scored in 5 minutes plus. Castle now picks up his dribble, gets it to Champagny, then gets it back. Picks his way down the lane and shoots a jumper, misses, but there's a foul. So we might get a point at the line. Might be the only way we're going to get a point in this last 8 minutes. Unbelievable. Stephon Castle will go to the line now. Terrible play by the Spurs in these last 5 minutes of basketball. Terrible. Complacent, lazy, stupid decision-making, all that. Name something dumb, they did it. And the 30-point lead has been shaved back to 16. Halved. I'm trying to find something which I cannot find. And I've been looking for it for Knicks coming back the other way. They're going to miss. And here come the Spurs. 83-65. Castle made both the free throws. Dylan Harper Shakes, bakes, drives, and misses the layup, but he is fouled by Karl Anthony Towns, I believe. I'm trying to find something. Where is it? The time has come. Just say fast, fair, pay red now to share for gear. Share dorn gear. Oh, Cat has 4 fouls. Dylan Harper at the line. Dylan Harper having just an incredible finals for a rookie. Scoring points like crazy. And he's going to make the free throws. It's a 20-point game. Here come the Knicks. Jalen Brunson covered by Castle, who's out there with 4 fouls. Towns, by the way, went to the bench with 4. Shamet gets it over to Brunson. Brunson covered by Harper now. He gets a pick from Mitchell Robinson. He dribbles away from him, so now Vic is on him. Brunson goes in front of Harper, puts up a shot. He's so crafty. He goes in front of Harper and then stops, so Harper bumps into him and he puts up the shot. So it'll be an and one. See, I don't think of that as basketball. I think of that as like, he kicked out his leg. He got in front of the guy. Then goes up, kicked out his leg so he'd get touched. All the things you do to get the foul. Now, he swished the bucket, though. So, to his credit, he didn't even need he missed the free throw. Did he? No, it rolled in. It rattled in. I thought it was going to be one of those ball don't lies. Jalen Brunson has 25 points on 8 of 18 shooting and 7 of 9 from the line. 85-68 Spurs, 3:44 to play in the third. Here comes the Spurs. Castle flips it over to Champagny, who gets it to Harper, who drives down the baseline hard and fast, turns, spins. He got OG to fall down. He stopped on a dime, spun, turned around, and OG fell down, and he shot a 12-foot jumper. Beautiful. He has 19 points in 22 minutes. Brunson now trying to get a pick from Mitchell Robinson, so Harper's not on him. Gets it to OG, who drives down the middle of the lane. Champagny gets a hand in there, pokes it, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be... I'm not sure. Beautiful play by Dylan here. He stops. Anunoby breaks his ankles and falls down. And Dylan turns around and splashes the jumper. Knicks will inbound. I guess I've been off the Spurs. Jalen Brunson covered by Harper. 8 on the shot clock, 7. He keeps pushing Harper, trying to draw the foul, but he still makes the bucket. That's the thing about him, man. That guy, he is just too good. Here come the Spurs. Dylan Harper playing point. Jalen tries to steal the ball from him. He'll step back and shoot a 3. It's an air ball, not even close. Moronic shot. He puts his head down in shame. It's so embarrassingly bad, that shot. Ugly, stupid play by the Spurs for the last 5 minutes. They've been outscored. And that'll be a dead ball. Again, another dead ball. And we're going to have another 7 minutes of commercials. How is this basketball? How is any of this basketball? Doesn't seem like basketball to me. Seems like a little bit of basketball and a whole bunch of bullshit. That's what it seems like to me. And I can't find this stupid thing that I'm looking for, which is also annoying me. Is it? It was in my pocket. It fell out somewhere. Where did it fall out? It didn't fall out somewhere. Where did I fucking set it? I looked at the board there is too. Spurs were really, really crummy those last 5 minutes. So many dumb shots, impatient, just yanking up threes. Damn you, Steph Curry. Stupid shots. Ridiculous. And embarrassing basketball. If Pop was there, he would have shouted at all of them, I guarantee you. Found it. All right. Well, the Spurs, who were ahead by 30 something, are now ahead by 17 and have had a terrible end to the third quarter. Since 9 minutes and 30 seconds in the third quarter, they're 1 of 10 and 0 for 6 from 3. Just yanking up dumb shots. It's quite annoying. Okay, Shamet to Brunson, covered by Vassell, coming down the lane. I mean across the timeline. Vassell gets a pick from Mitchell Robinson. Brunson does. He throws the alley-oop to Robinson, and Vic wasn't there. That's a dunk over Victor, who was playing forward and roaming. Poor defense. And it's a 15-point game. Hard overplay by Shamet. Castle driving down the lane. Makes a cross-court pass to Fox, who will shoot the three. He's going to miss, but rebounded by Castle. He's got Shamet in his face, and he clears it out. Vic will shoot a three. He's long. Terrible shot. Rebounded by Fox. Back to Vic. Vic will shoot another three. He's long. These are terrible shots. Terrible shots. What are you doing? 2 minutes to play in the quarter. Stolen by the Spurs. 3-on-2 break. They get it to Champagny, who will get it up and miss the shot, but Vic will trail. There's a foul on the floor. Stupid shots by the Spurs. Stupid shots by Victor Wembanyama. Jalen Brunson tried to make a bullet pass down to Jordan Clarkson. It was intercepted by the Spurs, who came back the other way, and Champagny had a 3-on-2 break. It'll be Spurs ball. They inbound. Here's Castle. He's looking for Vassell, who will shoot that three, and he will hit that. That is his favorite spot tonight. He has made 4 threes from that exact same place. Brunson now brings it down across the timeline. He's got Champagny on him after Vassell was shaken off. Now a double team on Brunson, and then Shamet will get it, and Fox is on Shamet. He'll loop it around to Clarkson, back to Shamet, Shamet to Brunson. Brunson drives down the lane, tries to throw it to Clarkson. He fumbles it, drops it on the there's 4 on the shot clock. Clarkson's stuck in the lane. He tries to put up a crazy shot. He misses. Rebounded by Vic. It was pretty close, though. It rattled in and out. Vic will get to Castle. Castle up ahead to Fox. Fox throws a bad pass when Castle wasn't looking. Stupid play again. Another turnover. The last 7 minutes has been embarrassing basketball. 7 turnovers total by both teams, 4 by the Spurs, 3 by the Knicks, 90-72. Here comes Brunson. He's covered by Vassell. He gets it to OG, who was covered by Castle at the 3-point corner. To Mitchell, who says, come around me, sets the pick for him. OG steps back for 3. He'll shoot that, but front rims it. It rattles, and he gets the friendly roll. Here come the Spurs. Fox bringing it down the other way. He crosses the timeline on the left-hand side. He's got Brunson on him. There's 14 on the shot, 42 on the game. 10 on the shot clock, 39 on the game. Fox dribbling against Brunson. Dribbling. He steps into the lane, and he kicks the ball out of bounds. Another Fox turnover. What a pathetic, horrible, terrible, absurdly ugly 10 minutes of basketball by the San Antonio Spurs. An embarrassment. Castle with 5 fouls. He's going to go to the bench. Karl Anthony Towns coming in now. Harper coming in for Castle. 5 turnovers in this quarter after in the first half having only 2. The Spurs came out and played an almost perfect first quarter, and now they're playing an almost completely failed third quarter. Almost as if they have to balance the game with crappiness. Okay, Brunson now with Vassell on him at the logo. He gets a pick from OG, and then he gets it back to OG, who drives down the lane, and he is stripped by Fox in the lane, but the ball gets kicked out to Brunson, who gets it to Clarkson. Clarkson now drives inside, flips it over to Shamet, but it is intercepted by Dylan Harper, and now Victor has it, and he hands it off to Fox. Spurs coming the other way. Fox crosses the timeline, gets it to Victor at the top of the 3-point line. He's covered by Towns there. He wants to drive on him. He stops, he shoots, he's not fouled. He is fouled. No, that was the last shot of the third. That's what that was. Victor wanted to take the last shot of the third, and he missed it. Well, the Spurs are up by 15 after one of the worst quarters they've played in the finals. That's what I would call that. They made stupid decisions the whole way. They took crazy shots, and they missed those shots because they were crazy shots. Their defense was not earnest. And maybe having a 32-point lead meant they were holding their energy, saving their energy because they know the fourth is how they got to lock it up. But that was not Spurs basketball right there, I'll tell you that. Why don't we run down some stats? It is 90-75 after 3 quarters. For the Knicks, Jalen Brunson has 27. OG Anunoby has 25. And nobody else has double digits. Hart has 6. Towns has 8. Mikal Bridges has 5. Wow. For the Spurs, Champagny has 5. Vassell 18. Wembanyama 19. De'Aaron Fox 15. Dylan Harper 19. So the Spurs have 4 players in double figures. And Champagny with 5. Castle with 7. It's an off night offensively for Castle, but he is doing the bulk of the work defensively on Jalen Brunson. It's how he's got. These guys have him with 4 personal fouls. I'm looking at the box on the internet, so I can't rely on this on the screen over there. If we look at team stats, that was the worst quarter by far for the Spurs, and their 60% shooting has dropped to 47.8. The Knicks are at 41.4. The Spurs are shooting 42% from 3. The Knicks are shooting 41% from 3. The Spurs have gone to the line 10 times and made all their free throws, which is exciting. The Knicks have gone more than double that, 26 times to the line, and they've made 18 of their 26 free throws, 69%. That's that hack-a-mitch situation they have. Rebounds are about even, 31 for the Spurs, 30 for the Knicks. This is through 3 quarters. So a lot of missed shots there. Offensive rebounds are even now, 7-7. Spurs have 1 more defensive rebound, 24 to the Knicks, 23. Spurs are still out passing the Knicks, 22-14. So that's shrunk a bit, but it's still happening. And 3 blocks for the Spurs, 2 for the Knicks, 8 steals for the Spurs, 4 for the Knicks, 7 turnovers for the Spurs, 11 for the Knicks, 22 points off turnovers off those 11 for the Spurs, and only 6 points off turnovers from the 7 turnovers by the Spurs. Fast break points are about even, 12-11 Spurs. Points in the paint about even, 24-22 Spurs. Okay, here come the Spurs to start the 4th quarter. It's Fox across the timeline, across the logo, flips it to Harper, covered closely by McBride, the 2 number 2s on each other. He gets it to Vic. Vic is in the lane. He goes up strong. 3 guys are pushing him, and there's going to be a foul on the floor. I think it's going to be on Mitchell Robinson. Once Vic is in the paint, it's tough to stop him. This will be Spurs ball. I believe that foul was on Robinson. Spurs will inbound. They'll throw it up to Vic. Mitchell Robinson knocks it out of bounds. 10 on the shot clock. Spurs will inbound again. Robinson is playing with just 1 personal. Not 1, I guess. Huh, interesting. Are they going to challenge that? They're going to challenge the tip out of bounds. The Knicks are. See how they use the challenge? So he's saying that Vic touched it last. And that might well be true. Can't tell from that angle, but it looks like it might be true. And he convinces his coach, and they do it. Now they have a free timeout. There are so many times when the Spurs had to play that if they had called it, they would have a free timeout, and they would get that momentum or whatever the call was, and they didn't do it. That happens so often this year, and only in the playoffs has Mitch and the staff learned to do that from other coaches. Denyo was brilliant at it. And now he's seeing the Knicks do it to him. So, I know we're very young and this year was about experience, but that was one of the big ones. I really hope that we get better at using the challenge, creating a trust and a language between the players and the coach and the coaching staff to allow the more liberal use of the challenge. I think the video guy watching down there isn't fast enough. I think the guy in LA, I've seen what they did to us and what the OKC video guy does. It's not just trusting the players. If the video guy's saying, I'm looking right at it here, you've got to make a decision quickly. And Mitch and the Spurs don't do that. They go like this, they go like this, they go like, and then it's kind of too late. That has been the modus operandi regarding challenges for the San Antonio Spurs this year. They did it today in the first quarter, and it paid off, and they haven't done it since. They've been out-challenged 3-1. And the Knicks have had one overturned. They're not going to have this one overturned. Or rather, they are going to have this one overturned. It'll be Knicks ball. I think. It looks like it went off of Vic's fingertips to me. Just ads after ads. They got an ad for this big new film coming out. I don't know if you've seen the big summer blockbuster, the Ben Stiller comedy, Meet the Knickerbockers, will be coming out here this summer. Take the whole family. Ben Stiller, and who else is in that? I can't see who all's in there. But yeah, probably Will Ferrell or somebody, some great American funny man, Steve Carell's probably in there. A little Paul Rudd, maybe. But it should be a great time for all the family. This summer, take them to the cinema to see it. Ben Stiller's comedy, Meet the Knickerbockers. It should be a real good one. Tell them you heard it here first. Come on, Meet the Knickerbockers. You don't want to see that? So, yeah, a huge, long commercial timeout while they deliberate whose fingertips were on the ball. And they give the ball to the Knicks, which I think is going to happen. Yep, call overturned. So there, the Knicks have used 3 challenges. Twice they have been able to get extra timeouts and the momentum shifted in their way. Vassell goes to the bench. The Spurs have 6 turnovers in this quarter, or in the second half. Fox covering Brunson. He gets a pick from Mitchell Robinson, so Champagne's on him now. Now he drives against Champagne. He gets into the lane, but is stopped because Vic is there. Gets it out to McBride. He'll shoot a crazy 3. Vic ran at him, but anyway, he was way off. Here comes Fox the other way. Gets it to Harper, who gets it to, is that KJ? KJ just drove wildly down the lane, then comes back out. 11 on the shot clock, plenty of time. Dylan Harper drives, spins, gets in the lane, goes up, flips it up and in. What a crazy move. He gets it to rattle in. Dylan Harper continues to have an incredible night. 21 points in just 24 minutes. Harper now on Brunson. He's got a pick from Mitchell Robinson, and Harper will play through it. Now they flip it to Robinson. Robinson gets it to OG. OG driving, but Vic is down low. They try the alley-oop to Robinson. He's going to blow the dunk. They threw the pass to Robinson, but he couldn't make the dunk. Rebound Spurs. Here comes Fox the other way. He throws the alley-oop to Vic. Vic can't make the dunk. He gets the board, though, and he goes right back up. He's playing volleyball with himself, and he taps the ball in. When Vic does that, there's nobody can stop him. He is taller than everybody else, so he's just playing volleyball with himself up there. But before he can knock it in, he is fouled. He very nearly blocked that three-pointer. Harper came down the lane, made a really interesting move to get between the defense, and then finger rolled a ball that rolled in. Victor at the line. He's going to make the first one. Victor has 20 points on 7 of 19 shooting. He's 4 of 4 from the line. Make it. So he stays 4 of 4 as he misses that one. Make it 4 of 5. He has 11 boards, so he has a double-double tonight with his 20 points. Brunson coming the other way. He's triple teamed in the lane, stops in front of Vic, whips it out to Shamet, who will shoot a 3 with KJ in his face. It's a contested 3. He's going to miss. Rebounded by Champagny, who gets it to Harper, who puts it up ahead to KJ. Back to Harper. Harper looks at a 3, gets it back to Fox. Fox now dribbling back to Harper. Harper will shoot a 3. He'll miss. It rattles out. Here come the Knicks. Brunson, 10 minutes in this game left to play. Brunson driving, tries to throw the alley-oop. The pass is bad. The Spurs will bat it around. It goes back to Brunson, who gets it to Bridges. Bridges misses a 3. And now KJ will pull down a rebound. He gets it ahead to Fox. Fox at the timeline. He crosses the logo, gets a pick from Vic, dribbles, carves his way into the lane, then dribbles back out, and then tries to throw the alley-oop to Vic. Shamet knows he's beaten. He's too small, and he just shoves Victor. So they'll send Victor to the line again. Here comes Karl Anthony Towns, and Stephon Castle will enter for Dylan Harper. Mitchell Robinson will go to the bench. My, it's warm in here. $93.75. Spurs inbound. Fox to Castle. Castle has Bridges on him. He's at the logo on the right-hand side. Passes it to Vic at the free throw line. Vic goes straight at the hole. Puts it up and misses. Gets his own board. Puts it up and misses. Gets his own board. Puts it in. Falls to the ground. No foul call, but the bucket will count. 95-75. Spurs by 20. Bridges now covered by Champagny. He puts it over the top to Towns, who's covered by Castle, and KJ in the corner, double teamed. Gets it back to Bridges. Bridges makes the long cross-court pass to Jose Alvarado, who will shoot a 3. It rattles around and then rolls around the rim and then drops. For Jose Alvarado, he finally gets one of those to fall. He had an air ball and a really crappy shot, and then he makes the rim-assisted 3 from the corner. Now another alley-oop, area 51 in full effect. Another alley-oop. Castle to Wemby. He'll dunk it. But they're going to say the foul is before he dunked it. Castle, Vic going down the lane. There's nobody who can stay with him. They should be calling fouls here, and they're just not. It's crazy. They don't know what to do with Victor, I think. Spurs will inbound. They get it to Castle, covered by Josh Hart, way up high. He'll throw the alley-oop pass again. The area 51, this time broken up by Towns. To their credit, they had good defense there. The Knicks, they stopped it. Hey, bounce pass to Bridges. He gets by Vic and will make the layup. Lazy defense by the Spurs, letting the Knicks creep their way back in. And that'll be a timeout as Vic punches the stanchion because he knows he blew that. It was Hart coming back the other way. Beautiful bounce pass into the lane to the cutting Mikal Bridges, who will lay that up and in. And we have yet another break in the action. It is a 15-point game in the fourth quarter with 8 minutes and 43 seconds left in this one. Spurs basketball is very precise, and we have seen it all year long. We have a plan. We know how to execute it. We got the players we wanted to play the roles that we asked them to play, and when they play those roles, we are very difficult to beat 4 times. That's just not something that has happened this year. And I think when we are not on all cylinders and we're not playing by the program, sticking to the plan, the youthful energy, being the youngest team out there, generates wild play, and opposing teams take advantage of those times when we go cold because we're taking stupid shots. That's when they gain traction. And what this has done, this playoff run to the finals, is it has given these young men a feeling for the rhythm of the game, knowing how to slow it down themselves, how to speed it up themselves. But they are still making stupid, impatient, ridiculous mistakes. The third quarter tonight was one of the worst quarters I've ever seen the Spurs play this year, and I've watched most games. If we've played 104 games now, this will be the 104th game that the Spurs have played this year. I think I've probably watched 100 of those. Maybe I missed 4 games this year. And I've seen the construction of this team. And what we're doing now is nothing like any specific thing we did during the year. It is the culmination of rotating different units and improvising to face who the opponent is. We had to beat Portland. It was one kind of thing. We had to beat Minnesota. It was another kind of thing. We had to beat the Oklahoma City Thunder. It was a completely different kind of thing. And now beating the Knicks is yet another kind of thing. But the young men have adapted to what is in front of them. So they've been taught how our system allows them to adapt to what is in front of them. And when they let it go, when they forget it, that's when we get into trouble. And we were up by 32. Now we're just up by 15 with 8 minutes and 43 seconds to play. I am the Road Spur. I've called every game of the Western Conference Finals, and I am calling every game of the finals. It's just an exercise for myself. I want to practice doing radio. Here come the Spurs. It's Harper to Vassell. Vassell holding it, gets it over to Castle. Castle's got Alvarado on him. He's so much bigger than him. He picks up his dribble, though, gets it to Vassell. Vassell down to Vic, who's got Towns on him. He swings the ball around. He dribbles, puts it on the floor, steps back, and shoots front rims. I was well contested, and Vic missed. Oh, but the ball is stolen from Brunson on the way back. Castle has it. The whole team has to come back. Spurs have the ball with 19 on the shot clock. Smartly this time, Castle stops and lets clock go by. He's dribbling. He's shoved by, I believe it's Brunson. I'm not sure. Yep. 8:07 to play. Castle was just eating clock. They had a foul to give, so Brunson shoved him. 14 on the shot clock. It'll be Spurs ball. Castle inbounds to Harper, who's standing at the logo. He's got Bridges on him. He gets a pick from Vassell, dribbles to the right, curls around to the right, stops, picks up his dribble, swings it over to Castle. Castle has Hart on him. He wants to drive. He steps back to the three-point line and takes a horrible shot that's an air ball. That must have been a shot clock situation, and it was. So that air ball means it was a dead clock. Turnover. Here come the Knicks. Brunson gets it to Bridges. Bridges looking for Hart. Hart dribbles, drives, passes it to Towns. Towns now gets it to Alvarado, he's such a quick little, speedy little dribbling guy. He moves all over the place. Now he wants to shoot a three. He doesn't. Gets it to Towns. Towns has KJ on him. He'll put it on the floor. He stops. He shoots a three. Splashes it. He completely flopped. They didn't call any foul, but he completely threw his body on the ground, embarrassingly, in my opinion. Towns did, but he made the three. A big bucket for them. Castle tries to go up against two guys and is fouled by Towns. But again, he's driving all the way down into the paint, pretty much uncontested. When he gets down there, he's not looking to pass it anymore. And I think that's problematic, KJ here was on Karl Anthony Towns. He stepped forward, stepped back. He took the shot. KJ did not jump into his area. He did not. The bucket fell, and there's no foul called. Towns wanted the Zaza Pachulia call there. Castle at the line. He's going to make the first one. KJ goes to the bench. Probably one of his better efforts. But honestly, he is having a terrible postseason. Well, I'll say the Western Conference Finals and the Finals, KJ has been in real doldrums. I know he has some personal problems and cancer in the family at the moment. I do feel for him. Here comes OG Anunoby. And out will go Karl Anthony Towns. So they'll trade one flopper for another. Pat McEnroe was over there and when he flopped in front of him and he picked him up and was like, go, go, go. I hate McEnroe, but that was pretty funny. Okay, Castle will make the second one. Here come the Knicks. Brunson, he'll bring it up. He's got Castle on him. It's a 15-point game. Brunson driving, flips it over to OG. OG will shoot from the corner, and he'll make that three. As Castle was running at him and swiping, it wasn't enough. Now, full court press by Alvarado, but Castle will flip it over to Vic. Vic gets it across the timeline, hands it off to Dylan. Dylan's in trouble. He has to throw it back, and it's a turnover. Not smart. Uh-oh, big trouble now for the Spurs. All their stupidity is now piling up. Here come the Knicks. Karl Anthony Towns driving on Vic. He'll shoot over Vic and make it. 6:34 to play. It's a 13-2 run for the Knicks right now in the last 3 minutes. Castle drives down the lane. He is fouled. There's some kind of fan down there who just keeps running onto the court. You know, the fans are right on the court in this thing, and it's very annoying. Towns went hard against Vic. He's dribbling. Vic is bumping him. He goes inside. He steps back. Vic doesn't foul him. He shoots it over his fingertips, and he gets it to fall. That was a hard-earned bucket by Karl Anthony Towns. Castle at the line. He's getting it done at the line, I'll tell you that. They've got him at 4 for 4. He makes the first. Ten-point game, 6 minutes and 24 seconds left. The Knicks are turning it on right now, and the Spurs are sloppy. Castle will shoot and make the second free throw. 6:24 to play. Here come the Knicks. Castle on Brunson. He gets picked by Hart, and now Fox is on Brunson. Brunson's at the logo. He's dribbling. There's 15 on the shot clock. Here comes a long pick from Jose Alvarado, who comes running up there. Champagne's on Brunson. He drives all the way down the lane, puts up a shot with his left hand, misses the layup, but falls to the ground and is called. So someone fouled him. I'd like to see that again, too. Here's one you could challenge, arguably. He missed the layup and fell on the ground underneath the basket. Let's see if anybody touched him. Champagne's on him up high. He's right with him. No foul, no foul. Nobody touches him. 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 Ugly, gross, disgusting body flop like this with nobody touching him. Like this, Brunson. You people make me disgustingly sick. If you think that's basketball, you don't deserve the fucking championship. Nobody touched him. It was challengeable, arguably. In a closer game, maybe it would have been. I would have challenged it. Brunson makes them both. I hate that kind of play. I'm happy to praise them when they're good. Here comes Fox coming the other way. 19 on the shot clock. 6 minutes to play in this game. Fox dribbles. He's stopped by Brunson. Gets over to Champagnie, who will shoot a three. He's going to miss that three. Shot with like 19 seconds on the shot clock. Why would you do that, Jew? Oh, but a steal. Beautiful steal by Stefan. Gets it up to Fox. They slow it down. Get it to Vassell. Shoot. No, what? He shoots a three. What are you doing? They had a fast break and they just had to kill clock, and they get it to Vassell. They just took 2 threes for no reason, the Spurs just now. Brunson with Champagnie on him. He gets it to Towns, who's covered by Vic. He pump fakes, steps back, pump fakes again. Hits Vic, passes the ball to Brunson. Brunson drives down the lane and makes the right-handed layup. Ends up on the floor again. Boy, there's a lot of stuff going on with these guys. They're on a 17-4 run right now. And if the Spurs are not careful, they're going to blow this goddamn game, as they have done often last season and often at the beginning of this season. This was a mistake they had from a while ago, my friends. And it happened. Fox steps back, wide open, misses the 20-footer. Vic knocks it out of bounds. Fox got to his spot, just missed. It's a 7-point game. Here comes Brunson. He's covered by Castle. 4 minutes and 48 seconds to play. Castle on Brunson. He carves his way around. Now Victor's on Brunson. Now they double team him. He swing passes it to Towns. Towns to Alvarado, who drives and bounce passes it across all the way to Anunoby. He'll shoot a 3 and make it. It's a 4-point game. The Spurs have truly blown this quarter. It's 20-4 run in the last 5 minutes. Everybody going wild in the building. Stupid shots. I really don't want to see these people. I don't like seeing our fans even that much. Okay, well, consistent stupidity by the Spurs has made this a 4-point game. Numerous empty trips where they shot the ball when they had 19 seconds, 20 seconds, 15 seconds on the shot clock. They could have eaten 2 minutes of this 4:32 up for those empty trips. Everybody trying to be the hero, taking foolish shots. I called them right here. You can go back and listen. This is one of the reasons why I do want to call the games, because I can see it and call it, and then we can listen to it back, and you can time it up to the TV. You can set the visual and have me call this after the game. Two separate sequences where the Spurs just totally lost the plan, and the Knicks seized advantage. And now this is a 4-point game. Big 3 by Anunoby. This is going to be a battle, folks. Harper gets it to Vic. 4:23 to play. 14 on the shot clock. Vic covered by Towns. He hands it off to Fox. Fox spins, takes a pick from Vic, goes into the lane, gets it to Vassell. 6 on the shot clock. He stops, gets it to Fox, who will shoot a 3. He's going to hit that. Big, huge bucket by Fox. Great ball rotation by the Spurs. Nice situation there, I would say. Here comes Jalen Brunson. 3:58 to play. He gets it over to Alvarado, who's going to drive on Champagne. He turns, spins, tries to make a layup, and does. 97-102. Victor was pulled away from the basket, allowing Alvarado to drive. Here comes Fox, 16 on the shot clock, 3:40 in the game. Fox at the logo, just dribbling. He gets a pick from Vic, gets it to Vic. Vic covered by Towns, shoots from the top of the... Woo! That was cold. He just shot that from the top of the key, and it went like a parabola straight through the hole. 104-97. 7-point game, 3:18 to play. Here come the Knicks. Spurs playing much better defense now. Fox on Towns. He gets it over to Alvarado, to Brunson. Brunson covered by both Harper. And then they get it to Alvarado, who's open for the 3, and he's going to hit that 3. Alvarado hits the 3. He's going to make it a 4-point game with 3 minutes to play. Alvarado has had some bad luck, and then he's hit a couple of 3s now. Fox at the logo. He's covered by Anunoby. He bounces it off of Anunoby's foot, but gets it back. 8 on the shot clock. 7 on the shot clock. 6. Fox will shoot a 3. He's going to miss it to the right. Harper gets the rebound. There's some kind of foul call. It's against the Spurs. 2:42 to play. It's a 4-point game. Spurs relying on their defense. That is their game, is their defense. And it came up strong a couple of times there. Harper now will full court press on Brunson. 21 on the shot clock, 2:38 in the game. It's a 4-point game. Brunson brings it up against Castle now at the logo. He's directing traffic, telling people to move. Towns comes up and sets a pick. Vic is on Brunson now. He dribbles, steps back, passes it over to Alvarado gets it back to Brunson. Brunson will shoot a crazy deep three, and he'll hit that. What a bucket by Jalen Brunson. Unbelievable. Here come the Spurs. 2:12 to play, 16 on the shot clock, 14 on the shot clock. Fox dribbling, clapping his hands, trying to get something to happen. Vic sets a pick for him. Oh no, a turnover! Fox threw it right to him, but he misses the layup. Josh Hart came all the way down after the turnover and missed the layup. 19 seconds, that ends up being not so bad. 18 on the shot clock, 16. Stop, Vic, stop. He goes right down the lane. He's going to be fouled, though, by Josh Hart. Spurs taking shots for no reason when they should be eating the clock, making turnovers, terrible ones. Fox here, he gets the pick. Vic rolls to the basket. He's not even looking. He's running toward the basket like this, and Fox throws it behind him. And Hart gets it, goes all the way, and then blows the layup. Wide open layup. All he has to do is toss it in, and he hits the back of the rim, and it comes out. They'll be talking about that in New York for many years. Hart crouched under the basket going like this. It's one of my most hated players, that fellow. Whines a lot, grimaces a lot. Vic will miss the free throw. It's a 1-point game with 1:47 to play. The Spurs have done this to themselves. Victor has 24 points. He's only 9 of 25 from the field. He front rims and misses the second one. It's a 1-point game. Here come the Knicks. 1:44 to play. 20 on the shot clock. Brunson. He's got Vassell on him. Have the Knicks ever led in this game? I do not know, but they might get a lead at the very, very end. Brunson with Vassell on him. He's dribbling, gets it to Towns. 7 on the shot clock, 6, 5. Brunson on with Castle on him. Steps, turns, dribbles, drives down the lane, shoots, and that's going to roll in, and the Knicks will have the lead, 105-104, with first lead of the game with 1:20 to play. Here comes Stefan Castle. They won't call timeout. 16 seconds on the shot clock. Fox has it. He's dribbling, 13, 12. He'll get it over to Vassell. Castle will almost fumble it, but he gets it back. He turns to the right. He tries to go down the baseline. He steps on the baseline. It's a turnover. 4.2, and Castle turns over the ball. Well, the Spurs did this to themselves. No challenges now. 1 minute left to play. The Knicks are up by 1 point. 19 on the shot clock. Here comes a Brunson. Brunson almost double backs, doesn't. He goes around. Vic is on him. They double team him. They get it to Alvarado. Alvarado dribbling between his legs, looking for Brunson. Can't get it to him. He finally gets it to him. Now Fox is on him. He drives hard down the right-hand side. He's trying to shoot. He's in the lane. He's holding the ball. He takes a crazy shot. It doesn't go up. I mean, it doesn't go in, but that's the shot clock violation. So it'll be Spurs ball. 38.8 left in the game. 24 on the shot clock. Spurs down by 1. And they will inbound in the backcourt. Jalen Brunson is on the bench. There will be a timeout. The Spurs trail for the first time in this game with 1 minute and 20 seconds left. That's amazing. Now there are 38 seconds left, and they remain down by 1. So many dumb shots in the third quarter, last 10 minutes of the third quarter. So many dumb shots in the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. This was a problem they had all of last year. People were clowning us last year doing it to us. Minnesota did it to us 3 times. Dallas did it to us. The Denver Nuggets did it to us. This was last year. And then this year, at the beginning of the year, we all talked about it as Spurs fans. We were like, why do they just keep blowing the fourth, you know? And now in the finals, it's coming back to haunt us. Blowing the lead in the fourth, which we've made a habit of, is coming back to haunt us in the finals. Vic missing free throws. Critical free throws. He's 4 for 7 from the line. Those last two misses were the biggest of them all. Well, it's tough to watch this stuff, and I have committed to doing it. So here we go. But I got to tell you, it's not very fun to watch the NBA. It's kind of bullshit. Tons of stoppage. Not a lot of basketball. Spurs will inbound into the backcourt with 23, 22, 36 on the game clock. Fox comes dribbling up. He's looking for a shot. He's going to take a shot. He's going to miss. Castle will get the rebound, and he is fouled by Josh Hart in the paint. So Spurs were playing 2 for 1 there, which is interesting. Fox still hasn't found his stroke. He used to bury these. This was his quarter, and that is just hard off the front of the rim. But nobody blocks out, and Castle goes charging down the baseline. Brilliant rebound by Stefan Castle. Nothing you can do there, buddy. And Castle will go to the line to try to tie this up. He has been more consistent than Vic, I'll tell you that. Oh, please, buddy. Please, young man, 22-year-old man. Yes! Okay, well, I like the Spurs' chances when they play defense, I'll tell you that. The game is tied, 30.3 seconds to play. Castle is 7 of 7 from the line. He has 12 points just in this game. There's 24 on the shot clock for the Knicks with 30 to play, so there'll be 6 seconds left if they use it all. And Castle tries to line up the free throw to break the tie, which he does. Touches nothing but net, and that'll be a timeout by the Knicks. 106-105, Spurs lead. And attention, you could cut with a knife. How come there's no music in here? See, that's what happened. Without music, there's been no readmo, baby. Somewhere along the way, when I was fooling around, I killed the music. I've done dry radio before, but you have to be more engaging. What's the word for it? Compelling. You have to be more compelling than I have been. This is called Nikolayev. Nikolajev by Nikolayev. Could be a DJ, could be a musician. It is off of Lille Radio in France. Spurs lead by 1. 30.3 seconds in the game. Knicks will inbound at their end of the court. It'll be Hart to inbound. He gets it to Brunson. He's covered by Vassell. 27 on the game clock. 20 on the shot clock. Brunson against Vassell. He drives. Steps back. Passes it to Shamet. Gets it back. Then he drives all the way down the lane. Vic blocks it. Vic blocks it. Unbelievable. Victor blocked the shot by Brunson. Fox will come all the way the other way, but he's blocked at the basket. 9 seconds. Here come the Knicks. Here comes Josh Hart. 6, 5. He double backed. He double backed. There's 5.7 on the clock. Everybody is frozen. Nobody knows what's going on, but I think he double backed. He double backed. For sure he double backed, but There's no foul. Well, I don't know what's going on, and I can't hear anything with this thing on because I can't allow them to mess with me. So I don't know what's happening right now. There's 5.9 on the clock. Everybody's going to their respective benches. The Spurs lead by 1. I think it might have been a double back. Sure looked like one to me. The tension, you know. The difference between the Knicks being ahead 3-1 and the series being tied 2-2 comes down to these 5 seconds. Now, I think what may have happened is the Victor made the block. Incredible block by Victor on Jalen Brunson, by the way. That is the block of the whole thing. And then Alvarado double backed, which you can't do. And someone was saying there was a foul, but I don't see any kind of foul. So I'm pretty sure this is Spurs ball with 5.7 seconds left. No, it's Knicks ball. What? How is it Knicks ball? You can't challenge. But the guy did double back. Well, that's disappointing. They just showed the double back. So I don't know what's going on. Knicks are inbounding. OG Anunoby will inbound. He gets it to Brunson. Brunson will take a deep 3. He'll front rim and miss. But someone taps it in, charging in. OG Anunoby taps it in, charging in for the rebound. Nobody blocks him out. But didn't he over and back? I think he did over and back. It doesn't matter. 1.2 seconds left. Man, this game is so fixed. I mean, the game is so fixed, dude. You know? I don't know why they didn't call it over and back. But anyway, Spurs get it. They get it to Brunson. Brunson takes a wild shot. And that was Castle who didn't block him out. That was on Castle. Castle is released. He's under the basket. Vic isn't down there either. So, yeah, they didn't block out Anunoby. Anunoby charged down the lane. Harper didn't block him out. Nobody does. He timed it, beat everybody. Well, like I said, this is what the Spurs did in all of the 24-25 season. No, 25-26 season. And it was a problem. And then this year we had kind of beaten that problem. And now it comes back to bite us in the finals. So Spurs will inbound with 1.2 seconds. It'll be Dylan Harper inbounding. Obviously, they're going to try to get in a position where Vic can get fouled. Mitchell Robinson is on him. Harper inbounds. Towns is going to cover the inbounder, so that it makes it difficult for him to throw it in. Vassell is out there. The pass to oh, man. It was a bumbled last play. So the Knicks will lead. I don't believe in any of it, to be honest, but what are you going to do?